All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the Detroit Lions, folks. Less than 3 days from right now, the Detroit Lions will be playing in a home freaking playoff game against the Los Angeles Rams and Matthew Stafford. The Detroit Lions this season once again had one of the best offenses in the National Football League. If you don't remember, Detroit last year started their season 1-6. They finished the season 9-8. In the first game of this year, in Arrowhead Stadium against MVP Mahomes and the Kansas City freaking Chiefs, the world champions, the defending Super Bowl champions, they won. They took them down on their home turf, and they established what was already established in the second half of last season, that, look, man, we're not the old Detroit Lions. This is a new regime. This is a new era, and this is a new culture, and we're gonna beat you, and we're gonna beat you convincingly. And we're going to come right for your throats. And Dan Campbell and the culture he has established in Detroit, I think it's right now being overlooked in the NFL media. I really do. And I'm not talking about Lions fans. I'm not talking about Lions creators or anything like that. But I keep seeing this same reoccurring theme. And I'm sorry if you're a Rams fan watching this video right now, but the Detroit Lions are a better team by far than the Los Angeles Rams. The Detroit Lions can win it all. The Detroit Lions can win this playoff game. And so I hate seeing all these naysayers and all these, critics downplaying what the Detroit Lions have built, not only this season, but ever since Dan Campbell came into the building. This is a special team, folks. This is a special Detroit Lions team that just won 12 games, and they're about to win a home playoff game against the Los Angeles Rams. But before we get any further into this video, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Lions fans, I love you guys so much. If we could try and get this video to 250 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. I will obviously follow mine to the bargain here. I'm going to buy a Sam Laporta jersey. And speaking of Sam Laporta, guess who practiced today? Guess who practiced today? Sam Laporta. So I'm curious. It's Thursday night as I make this video. I'm curious what the NFL media is going to say tomorrow, because all week I've been hearing, oh man, if the Detroit Lions had Sam Laporta ready to go this week, it would be a different story, and I would convincingly pick Detroit. Well, folks, Sam Laporta some way, somehow practiced today, and we talked about this in our video, the win video after Minnesota. The best medical staff in the National Football League is the Detroit Lions. And if there was going to be a team that could get him right, it's going to be the Detroit Lions. And folks, I'm not going to jump the gun here, but it is looking good. What I am loving right now is the energy, the atmosphere, and the culture, the vibe, the aura, all of that stuff from the Detroit Lions players and coaches right now. CJ Gardner-Johnson. And we talked about this in our last video. I talk about this every chance I get. I remember exactly where I was when the Detroit Lions signed CJ Gardner-Johnson, which feels funny to say because you don't really remember stuff like that, especially as a Green Bay Packers fan. So CJ Gardner-Johnson on the playoff atmosphere, what players should expect and why he's in Detroit. This is what he said. Lions brought me here to win a Super Bowl. They ain't bring me here to make no effing playoffs. This is the culture. This is the Detroit Lions culture. Jared Goff follows it up with, I so badly want to win a playoff game for this city. So we're flipping the script. We're flipping the narrative here. I don't think the Detroit Lions should be afraid of anything. They're playing the Los Angeles Rams. Now, you always have to respect your opponent. You never want to underestimate your opponent. And I got a lot of love for Matthew Stafford. I got a lot of love for the Los Angeles Rams and what they were able to do this season. But they have flaws, folks. They have plenty of flaws. I get it. There's concerns right now only with the Detroit Lions secondary. James Houston should be good to go, lining up on the other side of Aiden Hutchinson. If you don't know who James Houston is, you're about to learn, because James Houston in the second half of the season last year as a rookie absolutely feasted. In fact, he broke historic records as far as rookie edges just getting to the quarterback. This dude was an absolute animal. And we've been sitting here saying at the trade deadline, should the Lions go after Chase Young? Should the Lions go after Brian Burns? And my OG Lions fans are thinking, well, if James Houston's coming back this season, we don't really need to make a move like that quite yet. Maybe in the offseason, if it doesn't pan out. James Houston's back, folks. And CJ Gardner-Johnson is back, folks. And I'm looking at my rookies here. Sam Laporta, this is the PFF all-rookie team. Brian Branch in the secondary, Sam Laporta, and Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell, Brian Branch, these guys are not rookies anymore. These guys are second-year players. This isn't the regular season. This is the playoffs, and they need to step up. And what did they do last week? What did both of those players do last week? And what have both of those players done this entire season? They've stepped up. Jack Campbell, 12 total tackles and a sack. CJ Gardner-Johnson, in his return since like the first couple of weeks of the season, pass deflection, 4 tackles, and an interception. These dudes are ready to go. They're ready to go. I promise you, they are ready to freaking go. Brian Branch all season has been an absolute stud. He's been an absolute menace. He's all over the football, whether it's tackles, whether it's interceptions, whether it's almost interceptions. Guys, this Detroit Lions team, we should not be sitting here talking about, ooh, do you think they can beat the Rams? We should be thinking about, this team could go deep. This team could go deep. Guys, this isn't the Detroit Lions that I was born and raised watching. This isn't the Detroit Lions that chokes games away. Yes, they're still learning how to win, but guess what? They lost 5 football games this season, my apologies. 1 point to Dallas. You know, that Chicago game wasn't great. The Packers game wasn't great. The Baltimore Ravens game was really not great. And Seattle was the second week of the season. When was the last time the Detroit Lions won 12 games in a season? This is the best Lions squad I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes. I'm only 24, but this is by far the best Lions team I've ever seen. They're putting up almost 30 points per game, guys. They're scoring 27.1. Jared Goff, another 30 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, throwing for 270 yards per game. And I have the best offensive line in the National Football League. And I have a dual threat running back room with David Montgomery, who had double-digit touchdowns. New addition. 13 touchdowns. Oh, wait, who else in the Lions running back room had double-digit touchdowns, but he's a rookie? Oh, that's right. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. Is Amon-Ra St. Brown one of the best wide receivers in the National Football League? Because I believe so. He had 119 catches, 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns. Is Sam Laporte, my rookie, who probably is going to play, did he catch 86 balls for 889 yards and 10 touchdowns? Yes, he did. Is Josh Reynolds and Jameson Williams ready for the challenge? Yes, they are. This Detroit Lions team should not be afraid of the Los Angeles Rams. And their players are the furthest thing away from being scared of this opportunity in this moment. These guys want to win. These guys want to win for the city. They want to win for their teammates. They want to win for Dan Campbell, Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, every coach that is in the Detroit Lions organization. They want to win for this city. And I don't think you see teams united like this with a common goal that's as hungry and as resilient as this Detroit Lions team every single year. You just don't see it. Folks, I get the Detroit Lions' previous track record has not been great. This isn't that Detroit Lions team. This is a completely new breed. This is a new generation. And, well, they're going to be good. They were good this year. They won 12 games. They have a home playoff game. They're going to be good for a long time. And no matter what the end result is this upcoming Sunday night, this season was a massive success. So let's go out there. Let's get this victory, man. Go Pack, go. I had to throw that in there. Sorry. But let's go Detroit Lions. All right. I want to see you guys soon. Hit that like button. Hit that sub up for daily NFL content, Lions fans. Give me a score prediction for Sunday night's game. Peace.